Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share our videos with a couple of friends. Let's talk about The Beekeeper 2. First off, in the comments down below, let me know, has anybody here watched The Beekeeper? It actually came out in January of 2024. Pretty decent film. Gave it about a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It's Jason Statham. When you watch a Jason Statham movie, you know what to expect. So it was pretty much right in that pocket for him. And I think his performance was decent, as decent as it's going to be with a film like this. And the story was decent, although kind of John Wickish. I think it's something that we have seen before. So it wasn't necessarily something new, but it was definitely a different take with a different character and a different world, although there were some similarities. I'd asked to see more of an expansion of the world for the next film if they have chosen to do that, and it looks like The Beekeeper 2 is going to be happening, so I will be very happy if they do expand on it, because I do think it does have a lot of potential. This film was put out by Amazon MGM, and it did pretty well overall at the box office. I think it did about 3.5, 4x, so it was one of those secret surprising films. It was a film that I talked about in 2023 that I was pretty excited to watch, but it was a film that did not get a lot of press, so I know it flew under the radar for a lot of film watchers, moviegoers, and just the mainstream media in general. But let's read into it. The Beekeeper 2 movie, all confirmed details and everything we know. The hype surrounding The Beekeeper 2 is high after the rousing success of the first movie. Many fans would agree that it is a no-brainer for The Beekeeper 2 to be greenlit following the success of the first film in early 2024. The Beekeeper follows Jason Statham's Adam Clay as a former human intelligence operative who goes out of retirement to seek revenge for the death of his friend, brutally eliminating the leaders of a widespread phishing scam in the United States. The Beekeeper premiered in theaters on January 12th and earned $152 million at the worldwide box office against a budget of $40 million. So about a 3.5x there. Definitely good for a film like this, especially an action film of this caliber that came out in early January. So like I said, I think that's why it did fly under the radar. But nonetheless, despite a report stating that a sequel was already confirmed, there has been no official word that The Beekeeper 2 is happening, but I think it's safe to say we know it is going to happen. In an interview with Inverse in January 2024, The Beekeeper director David Ayer expressed interest in returning for a sequel, noting that he would love to learn more about the Beekeeper's mythology, and there's so much room to explore. This is a quote from Mr. Ayer. "We cracked the door a little bit into the Beekeeper world, and I would love to learn more about them. I'm extremely curious. Where do they come from? Who are they? How do they operate? What happened in the system? Did it break? Did the beekeepers break? Do they have to fix the beekeepers? Is there a way to fix them? Is there a fixer for the beekeepers when the beekeepers need fixing? It's just an amazing mythology. There's so much room to explore," end quote. Given the Beekeeper's box office success and strong reviews from fans and critics, it earned a 71 from critics and a 92% from audiences on Rotten Tomatoes. There is a high chance that a sequel will be made. The Beekeeper is similar to other Amazon Prime Video hits like Reacher Season 3, which recently received an exciting story update ahead of its release next year. After the first movie was shot in London, the Cinemaholic reported that filming for The Beekeeper 2 is set to start in February in Los Angeles. Jason Statham is also expected to reunite with director David Ayer for the film. While the sequel has not been given a release date, the news about its filming could shed some light on when it will be released. In 2022, The Beekeeper began principal photography in September before wrapping in December. The movie then released on January 12, 2024. Assuming that the sequel follows a similar production timeline, there is a chance that The Beekeeper 2 will be released in early to mid-2026. That'd be awesome. I think they should actually target a summer release this time around. Jason Statham is the lone cast member who is expected to return in The Beekeeper 2. Obviously, he is the main character. The Beekeeper ended with the death of Josh Hutcherson's Derek Danforth after Adam killed him when he tried to shoot his mother, who was the president of the United States. Those who are still alive at the end may appear in the sequel, such as FBI agent Verona Parker and U.S. President Jessica Danforth. In an interview with Variety in January 2024, The Beekeeper director David Ayer reiterated that he really wants to make a sequel before admitting that he wants to know more and explore Adam Clay's story. To recap, The Beekeeper is an elite intelligence program that operates outside of the government oversight. The operatives are tasked tasked with protecting the hive, aka the United States, and basically the world. Similar to how beekeepers maintain bee colonies, the program is in the same vein as the elite group of undercover women being led by Zoe Saldana's Joe and Lioness on Paramount. Actually, haven't seen that show. I have seen promo for it, but I don't know if it's any good. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, so that might be one of those under the radar TV shows that's actually doing well. But if anybody's heard of that show, Lioness on Paramount, let me know how that is. The first movie only touched the surface of this undercover program, and more of it is expected to be fleshed out in a sequel. Ayer told Yahoo in January that his fascination with the mythology of the beekeepers is what drives his interest in a sequel, pointing out that they only cracked the door a little bit. And we just talked about his quote there. So that sums up the article for the most part. I believe The Beekeeper is streaming right now on Prime Video. So anybody that hasn't seen that, go check that movie out. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it's not anything completely new. We've seen these type of stories before, but it is cool to see Jason Statham in action doing his thing. And like I said, it was a film that flew under the radar earlier this year. Very excited about The Beekeeper 2. Like I had talked about at the beginning of this broadcast here, I definitely want to see them expand on the world, because I do think there's still a lot of meat on the bones there, and I think it would actually make the film a lot more interesting the second time around. I'm glad everybody is returning to the project and everybody is excited to work on it. That always helps with the production. But if I get any more news regarding The Beekeeper 2, I'll definitely be passing it on to you, ladies and gentlemen. Please like this video and comment down below what you feel about this news, and if you did watch The Beekeeper. I'll be updating you guys if more information comes out. Ring the bell for notifications after you subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and share this video with a couple of friends and let them know to ring the bell as well. With all that being said, be safe. It's Neff signing off.